Hello and welcome to MeetFox. My name is Suzanne and I'm going to show you today how to use our product MeetFox in a quick 10-minute demo. When you sign up on MeetFox, the first thing you will find is your dashboard and you will see a few steps on how to get started. This will help you guide yourself through the process, but as you have me today, I'm going to show you how to get started. So first things first, I would click on my services, and this is where you can define your offering. You can add as many meeting types as you want by clicking on that plus, and you can always select a color, or you can just leave it blue or white as you wish. Then you just add a description, and you can say how long those meetings are. So you define a duration. One important thing that we've recently added is the display starting times. So depending on your duration, we can show either flexible starting times. So if somebody books an appointment at 8 o'clock, the next person can book an appointment at 8:30 if that was a 30-minute session. But if you want to always start meetings on a full hour, you just define this here by saying every 60 minutes you want to have starting times. And then you can define if you want to meet in person or via video or both. This is what you can select here. And you can define your price. So you can say you can use our tool to get paid for your services by simply putting in a price here. And if you enter a price right here, your customers will be asked to put in the payment details during the booking. But we'll come to that a little later. Let me put a price in here. One last thing, you can here select a questionnaire. Right now we have not defined a questionnaire yet, but I will show you in a second how that works. Once this questionnaire is defined, you can select it here, and this will be asked then at the booking. Let's click here on questionnaires, and this is where you find exactly what I was just talking about. So you can define as many questionnaires as you want. You can call them questionnaire 1, for example, and then ask as many questions as you like. If once this is done, you can then select them in your services again. And that's how easy it is. Those responses to those questions will be sent to you in the email, in the appointment confirmation email or appointment request email, depending how you set it. And this guides us to the next point that I want to show you, is this automatically accepting of all meeting requests. I've enabled this, which means that whenever there's a booking request coming into my calendar, I'm immediately automatically accepting it. So I'm not obliged to accept or deny an appointment request. If I disable this, I will always be asked to accept or deny that request, depending on, for example, the questions that I've asked. One other thing is we also have the possibility to add breaks before and after meetings. That will help you add some preparation time if needed. And lastly, there's this field here, additional message. This message is sent to your customer in the in the appointment confirmations and in the appointment reminders. And that is exactly where you can put in any kind of additional information. So you can add any links or other important details that your client need to know before the appointment. Let's save this real quick and let's go to the next step. The next step would be the calendar. As you probably know, we do offer a Google Calendar and Microsoft Outlook calendar integration. That means that you only have to click here once and connect your calendar with our tool. Once this is done, all appointments that are booked via MeetFox will be immediately pushed to your personal calendar. And what is more is that whenever you have any appointments in your own calendar, these will be, of course, blocked for us. So that means that we will never be able to show your clients available time slots during times where you are actually not available based on your personal calendar. And that is a very handy tool, so I would really recommend using that synchronization. In case you don't use Google Calendar or Microsoft Outlook Calendar, don't worry, you can still use our tool. What you have to do then is just use our own calendar that we've integrated. You can for example, in here, see all your appointments. You can also add appointments, and you can even block off weeks or days. For example, if you go on vacation, you just put it in once, and then these times will not be shown as available to your clients anymore. And that is why this is really important. You don't need to do this if you have your own Google Calendar, and if you've blocked off times there, that is also completely fine. Let's go to the next step, which is availabilities. And this is exactly where you can define your regular working hours when you want to show your customers time slots. You can either say you want to always be available from Monday to Friday from 10 to 5, or you can also add some lunch breaks. For example, you can say I'm available on Friday from 9 till 12, so lunchtime, and then again in the afternoon, say from 1 till 8. Maybe I don't want to work on the weekends this time, so I'm just going to post this like this. And so I've set my working hours, and with this combination of these working hours and your personal Google Calendar or Microsoft Calendar synchronization, we can ensure that we will always show your customers the right times. Lastly, you can also add a booking window. That means that you can say how far in advance your clients can book appointments with you. We will, in 2 to 3 weeks, add another function that will allow you to also block the times before that you can't get any last minute bookings. So you can select, for example, that you don't want bookings one day in advance. So we will also have that in place shortly. And then the final step are the payments. Most of you probably want to make money with your meetings, and this is possible with MeetFox because we're not just a regular scheduling tool, we offer so much more. You can select if you want your clients to pay you via credit card or if they should pay you later. Paying later means that we are issuing an invoice with some payment instructions that you can define, and then right after each meeting, they will receive an invoice and you have to deal with it yourself, basically, or your client has to transfer you the money somehow. If you select clients can pay by credit card, the wonderful thing about that is that we can definitely secure your payments. How it works is that during the booking, your clients have to put in the credit card details, and we make a pre-authorization of the credit card. This allows us to ensure secure payments, as right after each meeting, we can deduct that money from your client's bank account. We don't have to though. So that gives you the beautiful flexibility to adjust the price right after the meeting. And we do ask you in a pop-up to confirm the final price, and you can always adjust it downwards. But we will come to that a little later again. You can also set up your cancellation policies, and depending on the cancellation policies, we can even deduct the money from your client's bank account in case of no-shows or in case of late cancellations, as long as those are represented here in your cancellation policies. And lastly, in case you're interested, you can always add some integrations onto your own website. We highly recommend doing that because we need to make sure, or you need to make sure, that you get a lot of bookings for your own channels. So the more you put our MeetFox booking link or booking page onto your own channels, the more bookings you will get. And here are some instructions, but you can read through them later. And we are also always happy to help you with any integrations. Just talk to us and we can do it for you. And now you've completed your profile. So let's look at your booking link that you've just created. This is the link that you can send to your clients, and this is where your clients can then choose between an online meeting or a face-to-face meeting. They can choose the service and a date and a time. Now let me just put in my colleague's email address so she can join the call. That is of course how my client would then enter the first name, last name, and email address. And that is it. She can also leave a comment if she wants. And that's about it. And now, in my own expert profile, you will see that I just received a new request. And here I see the call with Tali that will happen in a few minutes. I can start the call right here. I can also message her up front. And I can also, with this little icon in the lower right side, I can add any kind of files. And this will always stay there. So whenever I have meetings with Tali, they will always remain here and all the documents will be listed here. And now I'm starting the call. It's really just with one click. I can select if I want to join with video or without video. Let's do it with video. And here it is. Now I'm talking to Tali. Hi. and I can make it full screen. I can share my own screen, which is very exciting. So it's really just clicking there, taking that screen, and here we go. She now sees the screen as well. I can also stop that immediately and switch on the camera again. And I can also record with the start recording button right here. I can record the whole session. Tali will be notified right now that the session is being recorded, and the moment the session is over, you will be able to download that recording. So let's try it right now. Bye, Tali.
Bye.
And here you see that my recordings are prepared, and here I can just click on them and download them, and I see them.
Record the whole session.
Oops, sorry. And then this is how easy it is. If you now click on the past appointments, you will be able to see all the appointments, and you can also see the invoices that you've issued. You can see all the recordings, and you can also see if you, for example, want to charge a client for an appointment. If you've entered a price for this appointment, you can then, by clicking here, click on charge, you can enter your fee. You can always adjust it downwards, so you can always say you don't want to charge anything. You can charge a little bit, or you can charge the full $1. And the moment this is submitted, an invoice is created on your behalf and sent to your client, and you of course get an email as well with that invoice into your email box. And once that payment is done, it goes right into your bank account, so there's really nothing you have to do within 4 working days. It's on your bank account and it's deducted from your client's credit card. If you have any more questions, please let us know anytime. We're here. You will always find on the left lower side, you will always find a chat box where you can talk to us, and we are here 24/7 to help you solve any issues and help you use our tool properly. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you're enjoying our tool. Bye!